Kapitel 8 Riverside Institute. In der namenlosen Buchhandlung verfolgte Pierce die Spur eines versuchten Einbruchs. Er entdeckte, dass Charles Hawkins hinter dem Einbruch steckte. Pierce öffnete den Tresor des Buchhändlers und fand, was dieser und Sarah Hawkins darin aufbewahrt hatten. Ein in Menschenhaut gebundenes Buch lag im Tresor und zog den Detektiv unwiderstehlich an. Als er es öffnete, wurde sein Geist in einen anderen Körper projiziert.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Interessant.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Schlaflosigkeit, Insomnia. Eine kleinere Filmempfehlung von mir. Guckt euch den mal an.
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Nekrotisch, also stirbt. Die Haut stirbt.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Oh, hat den Innsmouth-Look.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Sein Körper verändert sich, ja. Der Innsmouth-Look ist praktisch, wenn man wieder zu einem Fisch wird. Beziehungsweise es gibt Hybridwesen, die haben halt mit den Fischwesen im Lovecraft-Mythos verkehrt. Das ist nämlich das Schlimmste, was sich Lovecraft vorstellen konnte. Das ist sein absoluter Horror. Und man kann das abstellen, indem man es einfach nicht wahrhaben möchte, oder man kann das halt ignorieren. Aber wenn es halt, ich sag mal, aktiviert wird, dass man ein Nachfahre ist oder ein Fischwesen, ich weiß gerade den richtigen Ausdruck, denn ja.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Ja, das war ja klar.
Is that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Krass. Der verwandelt sich einfach. Gut, wir werden mal eben unser Inventar aufrufen. Gut, wir können momentan nicht Pierce aufrufen. Wir waren ja in der Buchhandlung zuletzt. Eine solche Sammlung von Werken zu Magie und Okkultismus habe ich noch nie gesehen. Algernon Drake, der Besitzer, rühmt sich damit, eine Koryphäe auf dem Gebiet esoterischer Phänomene zu sein. Die Buchhandlung wurde bei einem Einbruchsversuch durchwühlt. Im Hinterzimmer befindet sich ein Tresor, der durch ein uraltes Symbol geschützt ist. Dann hatten wir den Jagdhund gefunden. So begeht nicht den Fehler, dieses Schmuckstück für einen unbelebten Edelstein zu halten. In diesem Jade-Amulett liegt die Seele eines mächtigen Zauberers, dem Verschlinger des Leng-Kultes, einer Sekte Zentralasiens. Die charakteristische Form, ein großer Jagdhund, spiegelt die Verwandlung des Zauberers in einen menschenfressenden Ghoul wider. Wer auch immer das Amulett findet und trägt, riskiert, den Zorn des Zauberers auf sich zu ziehen. Er wird in Form eines mächtigen Jägers zurückkehren, um alle Schänder zu jagen und zu zerfetzen. Huch! Und Hinweise hatten wir noch die Akten zum Schlüsselrelier, genau. Das hatten wir ja durchgelesen. Ja, jetzt geht das hier weiter. Wir müssen in Dr. Fullers Büro.
This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel, and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Haben wir hier irgendwas? Nicht wirklich, aber wir folgen mal dem Rohr. Gucken uns hier nochmal um. Ich finde es aber schon interessant, dass wir in dem Körper jetzt von Mary Colden sind. Das Nachschlagewerk der medizinischen Wissenschaften. Wie ein Wörterbuch behandelt dieses Werk in alphabetischer Reihenfolge alle bekannten und praktizierenden medizinischen Wissenschaften. Für jeden der Einträge sind die Hauptwerke und die zuständigen Behörden aufgeführt.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch Donovan.
L'uomo delinquente. Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von Cesare Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen in Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit der Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstrationen können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is
We've been
no.
waiting to be restocked for
Imagine
weeks.
that she doesn't dare say a thing. That
Okay.
silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Ich meine,
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
das wird ja alles damit zusammenhängen, dass er da
Next time the water's cut off.
Geld
It's a real shame.
für seine Forschung da unten einzig für seine Forschung benutzt.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place? Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
The boiler room key is not in its place. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Wo ist denn diese Betty?
Dr. Colden. Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Ja, ich meine, die gibt's da unten ja auch kostenlos.
Mrs. Sanders?
Mrs. Sanders?
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders ins Riverside-Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt. Ernsthaft? Das ist ja Wahnsinn. This is madness.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty. I'm looking for the key to the boiler room.
What for?
To put it in its place. Perhaps I should do the same with you.
I beg your pardon?
I suspect you of having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. But be warned, it could easily be you they will all be laughing at tomorrow.
You are right, Doctor. The key is in the dormitory office in Block B.
Thank you. I shall go fetch it.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Oh Gott. Gut, hier waren wir. Das ist Block B. Wo ist denn das Schwesterzimmer? Gucken wir erstmal in die Küche.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Aber wo ist jetzt der Schwesternbereich von Block B? Ist das hier der Schwesternbereich?
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you. I'll be going. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Oh, das ist von uns. Die Akte ist unvollständig und Behandlungsdetails sind nicht vermerkt. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt. Das habe ich fast übersehen. So, wo ist denn jetzt das Schwesternzimmer hier? Von Block B.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Ein Rezept für Barbiturate, ausgestellt von Dr. Fuller. Ach, da stand sie vorhin noch im Weg. Aber wo ist dieser dämliche Schlüssel denn jetzt? Und wo ist dieses Schwesternzimmer? Bathroom Men. Block B. Dieses höchst interessante Buch, das für ein breites Publikum geschrieben wurde, zeigt, wie nicht anerkannte Wissenschaften die moderne Medizin beeinflusst haben. Magnetismus, überlieferte Geheimnisse, chinesische Akupunktur, Hypnose, Kräuterkunde, Alchemie und viele andere haben zu Beginn des Jahrhunderts in gewisser Weise die Medizinkunde bereichert. Das ist aber auch nicht der Raum, den ich suche.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Ja, hier ist die Küche, hier ist der Block. Wo sitzen denn die Schwestern? Die müssen irgendwo sein.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patience.
So, ich bin jetzt wieder im Block B. Und habe hier noch einen Schreibtisch gefunden. Und da ist der Schlüssel.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Genau, jetzt gehen wir in den Boiler. Boilerraum. Auch Heizungsraum genannt. Der war ja hier drüben. Ja.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Was ist denn das für ein Raum? Ach, die Putzkolonne ist weg. Hm. Hier war der Raum. Meine Güte.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Zu Elizabeth zurückgehen. Die war jetzt hier, ne?
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
I'm busy.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Eine Studie über das Stendhal-Syndrom, eine besonders seltene Geisteskrankheit. Betroffene zeigen psychische Störungen aufgrund einer Reizüberflutung, wenn sie Kunstwerken ausgesetzt sind.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
Patientenakt, ich hatte recht. Diese Walze war im Büro von Fuller versteckt. Er hat seine Gedanken zu einer der vielen Psychoanalysen aufgezeichnet, die er an Sarah Hawkins vornahm.
Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory...
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Killer.
Why is Ethan on medication? why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is definite that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Das ist der Oberfreak.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Ein teilweise verbrannter Schuh erscheint Sarah Hawkins gehört zu haben.
I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
In den psychiatrischen Flügel gehen. War der jetzt hier? Nee, ne? Nee.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Da ist der Ausgang. Wo war denn das jetzt noch? Oh Gott. Da.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Fuck.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Nice.